Don't forget we have Humane Lobby Day on Thursday, March 26th at noon at the state capitol here in Iowa.
If you haven't already listened to the Preston Moore episode, that is kind of where you learn about what's going to happen there. But essentially, we're meeting with our lobbyists about topics that are very important
And our senators and our representatives.
Oh my dog. Dog. Oh my dog.
Oh my dog, hey.
Oh my dog, hello.
We're back.
Back again.
What the heck are we going to talk about?
We have no idea.
You know, sometimes we roll up in here and we've got like a whole plan and agenda, or we've got like a cool guest. And sometimes we are just here to see each other and Tanner, really. You know, I walked in, I was like, oh, I'm home again. Hi, Tanner. And there's just a lot that happens in rescue that's like little minute things that feel small, like no one gives a hoot about, but we might bring up a few of those just to like entertain you with what we have to deal with. And you know,
for your listeners, full disclosure, right? Part of this is my fault because I've been home 5 out of the last 6 weeks, and so this is one of those. This is our opportunity, and we care a lot about your listeners to get something put out.
I mean,
that's right.
The amount of effort and time we put into this.
Y'all better be listening. But we were just saying, like, it was so funny because I was doing something and someone said something about my life and I hadn't spoken to that person in a while. And I was like, I'm sorry, what? Like, I haven't posted on social media. I do not know why you know this. Like, what are you talking about? And then I'm like, wait a minute. I talked about that on the podcast. Like, that's why.
I was going to say dude, and I'm going to refrain from saying dude. It's a game for us. Like, when we go to these trade shows and hang out with these farmers and listeners and audience members, and they come up and they're in the meet and greet line and they're doing the autographs and that kind of stuff. And then it's a game to figure out what episode they're referencing. Because something in their life, they're like, yeah, my dad has this truck. And you're like, okay, that was
a strange take. Why did you say that?
You know, like, okay, I did drive that truck one time when I was a kid, and I must have said that on the Christmas show. You know,
right.
It's like a game of trying to figure out whatever it is.
I have bowling league every Thursday night, and one of my fellow bowlers came up and asked me something. I forget what it is now, but she asked me something, and I kind of did a double take, and I said, "Oh, that's so funny. We were just talking about that on the podcast last week."
Like,
and she's like, "I know. That's why I'm bringing it up to you." And I'm like, "Oh God."
It gets even trickier for us because, like, I'm recorded now on the Farm for Profit podcast through the 28th of May.
Oh God.
Shit.
So I'm gonna forget. Like,
oh yeah.
I'm gonna get to re-enjoy these conversations again because, like, after 2 weeks, I have no recollection of what happened.
Oh, none.
Speaking of,
I'd be screwed.
Re-listen.
When he emails the podcast to us and I click on it, it used to just like play automatically, and now it's saying I have to like get permission or something.
Well, what I found is when you open it up and like click on it, I have to wait a second and then it will like populate. But if I try to click right away, it's like trying to take me to a link. Anyway.
Well, anyway, I love well, I mean, it feeds into this. I just like to listen to the podcast because we don't hear it until
it comes out.
Until he sends it to us,
which is like, you know, a couple days.
And then
before.
I have like a day to listen to it, to go back to him and be like, go back and edit this out.
I'm glad you're still listening to it because
I try to get him to go a week ahead of
time.
No.
I wasn't saying anything about that. I'm just saying, like, you know, if you think there might be something you want edited out, you better listen to it.
So I think
I don't. I just throw this out into the world, you know, seeing what comes back. You do all right.
It is kind of fun. You know, we were at CattleCon in Nashville, and I think I told you this. Maybe I didn't. They had puppies there.
I'm sorry, CattleCon?
CattleCon.
I'm in. Sign me up.
Cattle
This is going to be just as good as when Holly and I went to Las Vegas during the National Rodeo.
Yes.
And every single one of those cattlemen has a wife. I'm telling you that right now.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
But they had dogs there.
Where is it?
This was in
Cattle
Nashville.
Dogs?
No, they were like adoptable puppies, you know.
But why were they there?
To entertain you. Like, you get to the end of the trade show
like
day,
you got to get
4
licked by a puppy.
You could come in there and you could if you wanted to. They had like 3 stations of that. And I was sitting here going, you know what? Farm Progress shows in Boone
Get
this year.
OMD a booth right next to you.
OMD can bring in some puppies. We've got Tech Hub Live in July. That's in Des Moines. We got probably, let's see.
I
Well,
don't know what-
Omaha might be a little bit too far to hang out. Maybe you've got some friends over there too. But
Tanner, we're dedicated, but we're not that dedicated.
What
I'm
Right
not
way.
traveling a carload of puppies to lick farmers' faces.
Do you know what?
Okay.
You know what I thought would be the worst part about it is like the people.
No shit.
That's yeah. Is this your first time realizing this?
You sit there and you're like, oh, cute puppies and all puppy dog. Maybe you can get them fostered out or adopted out, but it's the 75 other ones that are,
I
what's the
could never
story behind this dog?
foster.
What's
I
the
could
story?
never do that.
I can't believe these dogs don't have a home yet.
You have just exactly described my
Every adoption event we've ever
beautiful
had.
idea. I had this wonderful idea to have a kissing booth at the Galentine's Day event at Paws and Pints. It was the most attended rescue item that has ever happened there. Like, it was crazy the number of people that came through. The number of I made a sign that said what the mix of these puppies were, and the number of times that I had to repeat it or say, we're opening applications tomorrow. Here's how you like the same shit over and over and over and over and over and over again. And I know it's not the people's fault. They all have the same
No.
question. Like, I should have thought about it and made like an
What
info
would
sheet that I
be
could have handed them.
Even funnier
But I almost
is
passed away.
you must spell the dog breed name
Yeah.
before you get a kiss and have the dog breed name put on a little piece of paper or whatever. It's sitting there. They won't even recognize it. Won't even realize it. They'll be like, Great Pyrenees. GREAT space PRYNEASE.
You were close.
No ways. In Pyrenees.
We're gonna
See?
do
No
a spelling
kiss-
contest.
no
just
kiss for you.
Wait, is there an
Tanner.
A in Pyrenees?
So next year, instead of bingo, we want you to MC a
It's
spelling
spelling bee.
contest.
We're gonna do a spelling bee, a baby spelling bee.
Yeah, the only reason I made it to that event is because I was in Des Moines anyway. To be honest with you,
Well, yeah,
I-64.
it was
Please spell that.
crazy.
I-64.
and after about an hour, I looked at Mom. I was like,
I gotta go.
I gotta go. My social battery went from 80 to 5.
Oh, I
in
hadn't slept in
an
like 2 days
hour.
at that point of that event, so I was just like running on fumes. And but what I told all of our volunteers that were there was, I was like, you need to count these puppies because I think someone's gonna steal one because they were so
Oh,
tiny. People kept
yeah.
coming in and freaking out about like this girl comes in and she says, I'm going to buy this puppy and then I'm going to give it to my friend when she moves here in a couple of months. I said, and no, you're not. We're not in the business of selling puppies, miss. And she was like, ooh, I said the wrong thing to the wrong person at the wrong time. I'm like, what is wrong with you? Why would you, like, she was obviously on the spectrum of too many tequilas, but
Oh,
Oh, we had a good one. We had an old guy come right up to the table when we were recording live. Speakers playing what we're talking about, walk right up to the table and start having a conversation with us
yeah.
in front of the cameras.
oh,
Like while you're recording?
Where is your spatial awareness?
None. People have none. They have no idea.
You can hear us talking. You can see us conducting an interview, not paying any attention to the audience.
Did you like keep that in the thing? Did you like
Well,
engage
it'll-
with him and then keep it
we
on
did.
the show?
So we haven't put the show out yet, but we did. We didn't stop. We just engaged with him. You'll never be able to hear anything he said.
Right.
oh,
But,
well, that's the worst part.
One of those situations of
What did he
I
want?
would've just
Was he
looked at the-
asking if you were giving out free pens?
He wanted to know. He wanted to know if he could have one of the koozies that was on the table.
Oh
And then he
my
wanted-
God.
Then he wanted to know if we were going to be here for a while because he was going to go someplace else and come back. We're like, yeah, we go ahead. We were
Yeah,
long
this
gone.
is an hour-long episode, sir. Come back at
Tell you what, put a headset on. I'll go ahead and sit down.
hop in. Oh my gosh.
Anyway, enough about me. What do you guys got going on?
Well, did we have? You wanted to talk about something. What was it? Oh, you had that phone call.
Oh, so I'm on the way home from work and then from there to here, and I'm like, screw it. I'm going to take a couple of bat phone calls, which I normally just let go to, another land.
Goo.
So the first one is this lady who she was reasonably upset. She had found out she had breast cancer and the breast cancer was back and that she was going to have a pretty urgent double mastectomy. And she had recently adopted a 9-month-old German Shepherd Doberman Pinscher mix. And she's like 67 years old. So she's like already not super strong. And she had already sent this dog through a full training course, fully potty trained. Everything is good to go. Bought it toys. It has an orthopedic bed, like all of the things. And she was like, and my life has exploded.
Right.
And I went back to the shelter that I got the dog from. And the lady that I called had zero empathy, she says, and told me that I made a commitment and that I needed to figure out how to make it work with this puppy.
Was that Holly?
And I said, I told Holly I was like, I know that we like fight back on some of these things, but if somebody calls and tells me that they've got like cancer for the second time and they're weak and like have a puppy, a large breed puppy that I know they're not going to handle long term, like why would I fight them on that?
Oh, that reminds me of a bat phone call I took last week. Go ahead.
We'll follow it up with
Yes,
that one.
Mia.
Okay. Oh, I saw that come through on the surrender.
Yeah.
So anyway, she was very sweet, told me all of the things, and I said, listen, I will do my very best to help you. I think we'll be able to find placement for this dog. I think it's probably, I don't know, I need to look at the picture. It's probably hideous and then I'm going to be a liar. But if it's a very cute, what I imagine to be dog, like happy to help, and she was in tears. She like halfway through, she goes, I'm just so thankful that somebody's listening to me. And like, the one time I pick up the phone call, like I have a therapy call on the way, but
Yeah, so this lady called a few days ago. And she had a border collie mix. She said she adopted it from the ARL two months ago. And she seemed very educated. Like she said she'd been listening to podcasts all day. She
said she listened to our podcast.
Well, I mentioned that later on in the call, but what had happened is I don't know the exact living situation, but her daughter and her daughter's kids are moving in with her, and they have a dog, and they were doing the introductions. And it sounded like they were doing all the right things. They had separated them, they'd crated them to let them smell each other for a couple days. Da 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 da. But when they finally did like the face-to-face introductions the night before, something had gone awry, and the border collie mix lunged and went to attack this 14-year-old half blind, half deaf
Oh, it's a cute dog, though.
dog. If you say so.
I mean, better than the one I said yes to earlier.
Now, I don't know about border collie though.
No, I would say Australian Shepherd.
Maybe Anatolian.
Let me find
mix.
the next picture.
But this was an ARL thing, so I don't see any border collie on that.
No, there's no border collie there. Maybe the tail is throwing them or something, but it's got a fluffy tail. It looks like a good old farm dog,
Yes, absolutely. So anyway,
That's
she
a
says
badass farm dog.
that her daughter and her daughter's children are now essentially, scared and traumatized by this event, and she can't have that, and blah blah blah. And I said, well, have you contacted the ARO? And she said yes, but I don't want the dog to be euthanized, so I don't want to return her there. And I'm like, okay, well, if you signed a contract with them, blah, all the things.
All the things, yeah. I like it. I like this old mutt.
It's not that old. I think
it looks like a lump.
Anyway, I said, well, I certainly, respect the situation. I think everybody's on a kind of heightened alert right now. It sounds like some things are happening. It sounds like a lot of stuff is happening all at the same time.
Also, she goes to doggy daycare.
Yes.
What?
And the dog gets along with all of the dogs at doggy daycare.
She's only 34 pounds.
All of this stuff. And I said, I think this is actually a solvable issue. Like, I think this can be worked through. She goes, well, my daughter and her kids are just so scared now. I was like, well, just like dogs can get through things, people can get through things too. Mm-hmm. Like, we can't just give up now because there was this one incident that
what I'm hearing
could be like, I was trying to be very nice.
We're offering counseling services is what I'm hearing.
I mean, she was so nice, and she really was. It sounded like she really was trying. And I directed her to the 333 podcast. I directed her to the intro podcast.
So here's what her surrender says: daughter and 2 grandkids moving into due to a domestic situation, and Mia isn't handling her dog moving in well. We have only attempted the first move. There is still another dog and 2 cats that will be moving in.
And the other one's a golden retriever. So I don't think there's going to be any problems there based on all the other things, but go ahead.
Typically not. She is a sweet dog, although we've had some Goldens that have been like sent in for aggression, which they never showed, but sweet dog. And I want to do what's best for her. I feel finding her another home is more. So she's rehoming her own dog so that her daughter can move all of her shit in.
Yes.
Oh no. She will come with everything I've purchased for her: a bed, food, treats, several leashes, collar, harness. I'm willing to continue to provide food, treats, and vet care while in foster. I really want to what is best for her to find a home, a great fit. Oh, God damn it. That
See,
sucks.
this is one of those where it's
Shoot.
like,
It's like,
a
yeah, of
super
course
hard
we want to
call.
help you, but like,
Yeah, like again, she obviously based on just what she filled out on the surrender form alone,
Yeah.
regardless of the conversation I had with her, she's very like wanting to do all the things.
right.
But at the same time, she didn't want to return to the ARL because she didn't want it to be put down
Mm-hmm.
because of the one aggressive incident.
That dog was just correcting and asking for space.
I told her, I said,
know.
we're doing the totem pole thing.
Do you think
she's just trying to
where are
find
they
her
at?
spot in the totem pole?
Could we go over there? Could I go over there?
I also suggested that she take Mia,
yeah.
the border collie mix, whatever, and the other dog, the daughter's dog that's
Mhm.
coming in, the 14-year-old half deaf, half blind dog.
Yep.
I said, if Mia is doing fine in doggy daycare with God knows how many other dogs, why don't we take the other dog, the 14-year-old dog, to doggy daycare with Mia?
Yeah. Have him board for the day.
Have him board for the day and see what happens. She goes, well, this dog's, it's old and it's deaf and it's blind. I just don't think it'd do well around a bunch of other dogs. So I'm like, well, in my head, I'm thinking, well, the people at the doggy daycare are gonna like handle that with just them.
What I would do is I would do a day
in a
stay.
smaller room together. Like
I'd do a day stay with both of those dogs and ask them to do like a poppy or like a few walks next to each other.
yeah,
You don't have to integrate them. You don't have to throw them both into the freaking daycare pit, but you do a little bit of that.
I just think if the
outside of
dog
home
was not, if it wasn't just 1-on-1,
and in its home.
if it was like 1-on-4 or 5,
That's true.
and then when they go home, it'll be like, oh yeah, you were at the dog park.
I'm
And we
going
were
with
cool, you
Yeah,
know?
that's cool.
I don't know. Maybe not. But
Well, they're Uni West clients, which is why we got the referral, and they live right by me. I feel like I could solve very little effort.
I'm based on the conversation.
Sounds.
I'm
like a
not
no.
sure if they're open to
Right.
solving
They're
the
done.
problem,
Yeah.
which is unfortunate because it sounds like this dog is super nice and
Yeah.
a really good dog outside of this one incident.
Shoot.
But
While
you
you
know,
were talking about it, I Googled names for ugly dogs. So if it is an ugly dog,
I mean,
For a
it's
girl,
not
it's
the
gotta be
cutest
Enos.
dog I've ever
it's
seen.
got to be Enos or Olga.
Olga.
And then for a boy, it's got to be Cletus or Fergus.
Yeah. Cletus. Anything named Cletus is a no from me.
Oh.
yeah,
Cletus.
hard pass. You got to do saleability as well.
Yeah, you got to do the opposite. You got to do like, bonita. That's a
Fair.
Spanish lesson for you
I'm
before
aware.
you go to Mexico.
I'm aware what that is.
We do need to mention our Humane Lobby Day. I forgot about that.
Shoot, you're right.
That's
when is
coming
it?
up.
Tell us the day because I forgot already.
March.
And we need to register. Us.
I did.
Oh, you did.
I registered myself.
Oh.
I think you need to do it for your, like, everybody needs to do it for themselves.
You're not
And I
handling
don't think
me.
you really necessarily, like,
Have to.
need
They
to
just
do it.
wanna
They just want to
know.
know, like, how many people should we anticipate showing up to this thing?
I have wondering, like,
March 26th.
should we post this just for everybody too? Just say, like, if you want to go, like, come check it out.
Sure.
You don't necessarily have to be under us.
I
Like,
put it in the Mafia, but yeah.
Yeah.
And
I don't-
it says 19 going,
right.
11 maybe.
Well, I think we need to circle that back up because I forgot about it. It's on my calendar and I took the day off or whatever. So I will be there, but
It's going to be a fun day.
off the top of my head.
Don't forget we have Humane Lobby Day on Thursday, March 26th at noon at the state capitol here in Iowa.
If you haven't already listened to the Preston Moore episode, that is kind of where you learn about what's going to happen there. But essentially, we're meeting with our lobbyists about topics that are very important
And
to
our senators and our
Yep.
representatives.
Yeah, well,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
so, or our legislators. I meant to say legislators.
We're going to
not
get things
lobbyists.
done.
Yeah, legislators. yeah, well, and it turns out that a squeaky wheel
Speaking of getting things
does
done,
get the grease.
I'm
Okay.
just here to say, who says you can't fight City Hall? Actually, last year when legislature was open, when the legislative session was open, we tried to get something snuck in last minute then, because this all happened right as the session was closing, and so we kind of had to scramble, and it got nixed, and I was like, oh shit, okay, so
It's over. Forget it.
it was over for that year. So then when everything opened back up for this year, I was like, okay, let's run for it. Let's do it again. And we had a bill drafted, ready to go. And then I got wind that the department was going to reevaluate the rule and rescind it entirely, which I had just asked that it be adjusted
Yeah.
to allow for, whatever. I mean, we'd gone back and forth on negotiating.
Charge me for a permit or something.
Right.
Yeah. Well,
Seriously.
there is a licensing fee, which
Fine.
we happily pay. It's no big deal. Which the rules on that are also stupid, but that I digress. That's next year's agenda item.
Iowa's going to be the state of bingo soon enough.
But so anyway, the rule was being reviewed by the department, and it was officially rescinded on February 9th.
Crazy.
I think I just talked to our senator tonight. He said it was rescinded on February 9th and will be formally removed from the Iowa Administrative Code on March 4th. So what that means is bingo is illegal in the state of Iowa except for nonprofits. So if you are a nonprofit, you can apply for a charitable gambling license, and then you can apply for a bingo license. And depending on how long you've been a 501c3, depends on what type of license you need, which is what I digressed on before. But so it's not just for Oh My Dog. I didn't do this just for Oh My Dog. I didn't do this at all for Flat Tire Lounge. I did this for all nonprofits in the state of Iowa to be able to hold bingo occasions wherever they see fit, whether it's a one-room coffee shop or a bar or...
well, and honestly... I keep clicking a pen and I'm getting in trouble. I put it away. I have ADHD. There's only so much I can do. But when we hosted our bingo event, it was a whole freaking thing because we could not have the food or drink or anything on the same floor as the bingo. And it was just a fiasco, trying to figure out how it was all going to work and
making sure everything was legal. And to me, it's like, why are we making this harder for 501c3s, for nonprofit organizations to raise money to do the things that the state needs done for free? Like,
right, this is
I'm
such
sorry.
A small thing.
And then if we talk about it from the profit standpoint, like having it at an establishment that's going to, gain money by having customers in their establishment,
right?
Like that's more sales. That's more sales tax. That's more
economy booster. These people need something to do. The world is falling apart. Let us go play bingo.
And what do you think these people are going to do when they win the pot? They're going to go out and buy items that likely has sales tax on it.
Right. It's all coming around.
So it's just a win. I have learned that it had a lot to do with the Casino and Gambling Commission and lobbyists in that direction, and you guys can figure that out. But
yeah, Tanner just Googled the leading state for bingo.
I wonder if your listeners know what is the leading state with bingo halls per capita.
Think of a place that there's nothing
to do. Well, this
do.
Makes sense, though.
Nothing to do.
The Treasure State. But
which I didn't know.
Montana has 324 bingo halls compared to a population of a little over 1.1 million. They lead by more than triple the amount of bingo halls per capita than the next closest state. So it's not even close.
28.4 bingo halls per 100,000 people.
Yeah.
It's a lot of bingo halls, honestly.
It is. It's like these small
I want to go. Have you ever been to a bingo hall, though? I want to go there. I've never been to one.
It's like these small towns you go to, and they've got 4 churches, 3 bars, and there's like 400 people.
Yeah.
But what's the amount of Indian reservations in Montana? Like what?
I don't know.
Does that count?
American, I think, is the preferred nomenclature.
I'm sorry. That's my bad. You're right. Native American. Please don't cancel me. I don't
It's on my Google.
Okay.
Well,
can't
he
even
typed
spell.
Native American. Okay.
12.
There are 12 federally recognized Native American tribes.
And do you
in
suppose they
Montana.
run the bingo halls? Because there's
Yes.
a lot of gambling
Because
stuff
they
with
don't have
Native
any rules.
American. Yeah.
They don't have any gambling rules.
Oh, yeah. A show popped
Well,
up.
how
for
do you
me.
think we have casinos in the state of Iowa? I mean, that's...
So that's 27 bingo halls per tribe.
Holy shit. I hope they're making good money.
I do too.
They
Absolutely.
deserve it.
So anyway, very long story. Long.
But that's crazy. You all know somebody who put up a fuss and got something to happen.
Due to
That
my-
shit doesn't happen. What the heck?
This is just proof
It can
that if
happen
you
for dogs.
that if you bitch long enough, they'll be like, "Fine, here, have your freaking bingo."
Not always true.
No, it's gonna be fine. So yeah, coming soon. Bingo is back at Flat Tire Lounge. I try to get a license for this Sunday, and they're like, "You can't do that yet. Like you have to do it more than 7 days out or something like that." And I really hope that I'm not jinxing myself here on some other unknown rule, but I've read the whole entire Iowa code front to back on this deal. So I'm having my friend, the guy that does our signs for the microchip clinic I was telling you earlier.
Yeah.
I saw this hoodie or sweatshirt on TikTok, and what did it say? Here it is. I may be wrong, but I doubt it. So he's making that for me. I'm like,
Right.
yeah, I need that.
Yeah, I would like one as well.
Seriously though.
What else we got going on? We have, right as this podcast comes out, we will be right before, about a month prior to the Wellness Weekend at Paws and Pints. Wellness Weekend is a whole bunch of really awesome vendors and educational events and activities that are all about the wellness for your dogs. Oh, Tanner just brought a cup. What's it say?
That's what I drank my coffee out of.
I
this
might be
morning.
wrong, but I doubt it.
Seriously.
It's all of us. We're all very right in this room.
Well,
So anyway, the Wellness Weekend, we're focusing on a few things. One, we're going to do an event highlighting responsible pet ownership and rescue care. We've also talked about doing an event with another local. It's called the Des Moines Parent, and it's like a blog or whatever, and it talks about things to do with your kids and whatever. But it's about responsible pet ownership for children. We're not climbing on our dogs. We're not doing this. Like, this is how we act when we meet a dog. Like, doing an event like that where we're like doing an educational focus with a trainer there.
who's doing this?
Paws and Pints, but we'll help. You don't have to help.
Children?
I have to take Boop there to show them, like, what's a nice touch. Boop doesn't care about a nice touch or a mean touch. She'll just sit there all the same. Like, show a nice touch for this dog. Like, what shouldn't we do? Anyway, so that's one thing. And we're going to do a
I eat
microchip.
children for breakfast.
You will do a nice touch.
Microchip clinic we're going to do. We'll stab some doggies for a good cause. And so microchip clinic is going to be, we'll put it on, we'll do the microchipping, but Phi, who does all of our microchip through the rescue, is going to be donating the microchips themselves. And then we're going to install a microchip scanning station that weekend at Paws and Pints. So if you find a
Which-
lost dog,
Speaking of microchip scanning stations, because you know who is definitely listening to this. She probably told you to post it. Where's my microchip scanner in Norwalk? Zaddy Nick.
oh, Zaddy. Yeah.
Watch him do it like this weekend, and by the time this podcast airs,
In fact, I would
already
like you to make,
installed.
you know how you can like change your text message ringer to like be a noise? Like just when I just said, oh, Zaddy, like he can use that for whatever he wants, but if he wants, it could be his text message for when Natasha's asking for something for us.
Yeah.
We need you to install that microchip station.
Please.
The heck.
Please.
Yeah.
And I got a whole string of other ones right behind it, just so you know.
And we'll tease all of these things as we get a little bit closer, but there's another thing, Rescue Dog Day, May 20th. Watch for that. I don't know exactly what that event's going to be, but we'll have our adoptable dogs out at Paws and Pints that day. And then in Adele, they're going to do an outdoor event called Cops Love Dogs. And we're
Terrible name.
Cops, listen, you should have heard the other names. I think it's cute. It has a cops and then a little heart, like I heart New York, but it's cops heart dogs on the thing. It's cute. It looks
Okay.
adorable. But, whatever.
So it's a heart, not.
But
But
how are you
can't
supposed to
yeah,
say
okay,
it?
I got
Cops heart emoji dogs is the name
Totally.
of the event. And we're going to do a microchip clinic there. We'll be microchipping dogs at no cost to Adel citizens, and they can also register their dogs following Holly's grand idea, registering them with the city. And so that will be cool. And they're going to have police officers there meeting people and their pups. So that'll be neat. And that is on May 16th. So we'll post all of those things as they get closer and come up. But those upcoming events and things we have to do.
Should be a bark and badge bash.
Listen, I've already done the chat GPT on this, and they all suck. Like blue line and canine. Like what?
That's what I said. I picked
Pause
the best
and
one out of it.
protect is cute.
Oh, I do like that.
But it doesn't make sense for what the event is, which is just bring your dog to the park
Oh,
and there will
sure.
be police there.
Sure,
Yeah, I still think bark and badge bash.
No,
That's a mouthful, isn't it?
it's too much.
That's why I liked it.
Fetch,
In it.
fetch with
That's
the
a Midwest
force.
word. In it.
In it. So, anyhow, we ended up with cops heart emoji dogs. So,
Well, it looked good on a nice sticker.
right. The
But you
sticker
could
is
do like
cute.
a cop hat, like the old retro one. You know what I'm
Yes.
talking about? And then the heart emoji.
Yeah.
And then
A
the
little
dog,
dog emoji.
or paw emoji.
Okay, I'm on it. That's going to be cute.
It'd be like a temporary tattoo.
Oh my God. That's what we should do. Yeah. Okay. Done. We're getting temporary tattoos.
I love temporary tattoos. I do.
And you
I
learned
can't help
lessons about how to design them and how not to design them with a square around them.
Yes, that's true.
So, yeah, okay. Well, we've wasted a lot of time. Should we play a quick round of
Yes.
dog topic roulette?
I love this. Okay.
Just to round things out. We have not had a lot going on rescue-wise. We've got a few dogs coming in. When we talk again next, we'll have our full ins and outs again. We've just been kind of light on things, but we've got like a Chihuahua coming from wherever the hell. And
Dumbo. He's coming. Well, he gets neutered on
I'm so happy they're
Wednesday.
neutering him.
Yes.
There, that's good.
And Craig is working on setting up transport.
To a brand new foster, which is
Brand new
very
foster.
exciting. She's excited, so that'll be good.
It's an adorable little dog.
His
but
ears
his
are
ears
huge.
are
Has big ears.
huge.
huge. They're-
How did you see it?
I didn't. It's called Dumbo.
Oh, he just knew.
Oh, I thought maybe you were in the Mutt
It's like
Mafia.
a nickname I would.
We should add him to the Mutt Mafia.
Just so
are
he
you
can
on
see the-
Facebook?
I am. I don't know if I want that many Facebook notifications.
You don't get them.
There's not really.
We
that
don't
many.
post that much.
Although I would like to do a huge shout out to the couple of Mutt Mafia members that posted.
Yes, they listened to us.
I'm
Yet
so
again, I was
glad.
like, wait, why are they
I know.
posting? Like, oh yeah, we said to post. Keep doing it. Keep
Uh,
posting. I think it's working.
I'm so glad Carrie mentioned and Sabra.
Yeah, I forgot we did that.
Cool.
All out. Good job.
Love
Hey,
that.
still accepting postcards at our P.O. box. Have we gotten
Hey,
anything lately?
I haven't gotten anything in the P.O. box for 3 weeks straight.
That's so sad.
It is sad. I just checked it today, this afternoon. Nothing.
P.O. Box 33, Madrid, Iowa.
50156.
Ah.
Pick a letter.
D.
D.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my.
Well,
There's a whole
Everything's
list.
going to start with dog.
Okay. Let's see. Do fleas die in the winter?
That's a good question because
Would you like to know more
not this
about
freaking
that?
winter, probably not. But yes, I would like to know more about that. A lot of
Alright.
people do not use flea and tick prevention through the winter months. And when it was really like years ago, I was kind of on board with that. But we don't get a full freeze here anymore. It seems.
I know. It's been so mild. And I'm not upset about it necessarily.
I'm not either, except for when it's going to be weeks like today, this week, where it's going to rain every day.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. It says here, think fleas are just a warm weather hazard? Not quite. Though not as prolific during the winter, external parasites like fleas pose a risk to you and your pet's health during every season. Here's why proper flea and tick prevention must be a year-round priority. Now, I'll be honest with you. I don't do flea and tick through the winter.
I don't either. My dogs just aren't out enough to like have
Mhm.
it be a thing that I worry about. But I mean, if you lived in a really wooded area or something,
Like I do.
yeah, I guess you
I
probably
know.
should. But you don't get it.
Well, let's
You don't
find
have
out
it.
how wrong I am.
Okay.
Adult fleas are a small part of the flea life cycle. Why don't you, while I scan through this, why don't you talk to them about the difference between NexGard and NexGard Plus,
Oh, yes. So,
and the difference between topical, and ingestible. And now they have the new, have you seen this? The new injectable, which is good for a
Yes.
year.
but that's for heartworm only.
No, there's a flea and tick that's good for a year. It's an injectable.
That cannot. I thought it was a.
I'm pretty
Okay,
sure.
hold on. I'm going to find all of these things out. Injectable flea.
So according to Google, while they're looking these up, it states while freezing temperatures can kill the adults, the larvae and the pupae is what you have to worry about surviving because they can be protected.
Brevecto Quantum, first FDA-approved long-acting injectable providing up to 12 months of continuous flea and tick protection for dogs 6 months and older.
What does that cost?
Who fucking cares? You don't have to remember doing it every month.
Holy crap.
I have a reminder set up on my phone for the first of every month to do the flea and tick stuff. So,
my
I
God.
mean, it's not that big of a deal, but like,
Right.
It appears the trouble that you have is they can go into dormancy. Pupae can remain in their cocoons for up to 30 weeks, waiting for warmth
That's winter.
and vibrations. Indoor threats is when these pupae travel into your warm home, which allows that flea to then evolve, or what are you going to call it, hatch, and cause further breeding, infesting your pets throughout the winter.
yeah, fleas thrive around 75 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's around this temperature when they complete their entire life cycle within just a few weeks. One adult flea can lay many eggs in this short time, but cold temperatures don't kill flea eggs, like you said. They just slow down the life cycle. Fleas can hatch all through winter. They can stay within the cocoon up to 30 weeks at 51 degrees. Blah, blah, blah. So do I need to treat my pet for fleas in the winter? The short answer is yes. Failing to protect your pet from fleas during winter can be costly to their health. Flea infestations lead to scratching, itching, skin irritations, and infections. By skipping winter flea treatments, you also put your home and yard at risk for developing a flea infestation once warmer weather returns. Now that I can understand that.
Right.
Flea infestations are difficult to treat and can be very costly.
Oh, yeah.
My parents did a yard treatment for
Well,
fleas.
I was going to say, so Cam's dad used to work for like a lawn care company years ago, and he gave us like a huge jug of this stuff. And, you know, you dilute it or whatever, but then you spray it in your yard a few times a year, and it legitimately just like treats the whole yard. And I think that's the key. Like that.
Yeah,
really,
I'm not big. You know me. I'm pretty holistic. I'm not big on medications. I'm not big on antibiotics.
I know.
If I can avoid it, I'm going to.
But it's bugs,
And-
little bugs.
Yes, but Ness, my dad's border collie, she can't do the flea and tick treatment. She
That's
has
right.
that reaction as a border collie, as
Yeah.
many border collies do. And he got her, and this is going to sound woo-woo, and I get it, but it's worked. He got her the collar with the little,
Does it have the essential oils
Yes.
in it? Yeah.
and it works.
Yeah.
It's worked for her, and he replaces it, and she can get it wet. It can get,
yeah.
whatever.
Is
And
it peppermint? Do they use peppermint?
no, I think it's lavender.
Is lavender?
I
I
don't
thought
know-
lavender
I
was
don't know
bad.
if that's quite right, but I know it's not peppermint.
Oh, okay. I thought peppermint was the one. So there's a few things you can give your dogs naturally. Brewer's yeast is a really good natural flea and tick preventative. Now, it's not going to kill the fleas and ticks if they exist, but it helps to repel them. And like just generally, I wouldn't trust that if you're like going out in the woods. But so for what you asked me to Google, our dogs in the rescue all get NexGard Plus. It's an upgraded once a month, all-in-one flavored chew that none of the dogs like it. You have to shove it down their throat. Protects against fleas, ticks, heartworm disease, intestinal roundworms, and hookworms using these 3 active ingredients or whatever. NexGard was kind of like the first thing that came on the market, which was an oral swallow thing, little biscuit. But
What was the other one? Frontline.
Frontline. Well, that's the
That's
one
the
on
topical.
topical hasn't
And
worked in
it's-
Iowa for years.
And a lot of vets will tell you that, and
Yeah,
it's true.
It's true.
They
My
built-
dogs
the
got
fleas
fleas
have-
on Frontline.
Yes, the fleas have built up immunity,
Immunity.
to Frontline, and
And
frankly, I think
Revolution.
topical is less effective than
Well, and I
the
had
digestive.
now it's a whole thing to put this medicine inside your dog's body, right?
Right.
Like that's one thing that always kind of freaked me out. However, I was using the topical med and I put it on my dog, and immediately, like within a couple minutes, he started crying, screaming. I'm like, what the hell? And I look and I could see right in the line where I put this medicine, it was like bright red and beginning to like
Burn. Oh
him.
no.
So I was like, oh my God. I pulled the package out of the thing, and I just doused him in like Dawn dish soap and like washed him off and
Sure.
whatever. But he had actual physical burns from this med that I'm like, what in the world are we doing? Like, this is marketed to put on your pet. Now, it wasn't one of the, it was one that was not like from your vet. Like, this was many, many years ago. It was one that like I bought from Walmart or
Walmart, yeah.
something, that I thought, okay, that'll be good enough.
Yep.
No, be very careful. It was like a Hearts, like HART,
Yeah.
or like one of those type brands. It's like,
Yep.
shoot. But yeah, he literally got a chemical burn. It was terrible. So
the NexGard Plus is flea, tick, heartworm prevention, and dewormer, all in one nice little package.
yes.
And also of note,
And heartworm prevention. Did we say that?
yes,
Okay, yeah.
I did say that. The expiration date on NexGard Plus is just a suggestion. I've had our local vet
All of
and
our
a
vets
vet
have
from
said-
Iowa State and the animal shelter that we work with. Their vet has told us that it's good for like up to 2 years past the expiration date.
Right.
So if you happen to have NexGard Plus at home, or if we happen to send NexGard Plus home with you
And it's lightly expired.
and it's expired, it's okay. Don't worry about it.
And it will work. We've been
It's
using it
still
on our own
effective.
dogs and all
Yes.
of our rescue dogs, and we've had 0 flea issues.
Yes.
Knock on wood. We've had 0 flea issues in the rescue. They've come
But
in
if you're
with
still
fleas.
concerned, you're more than welcome to purchase it on your own.
But we've got lightly expired. That works just the same. Yeah. So that's my biggest thing. I went on a vacation once when it was a few years ago, and my dogs were outside and something happened and they picked up fleas, and I had forgotten to give them their preventative that month. And my dog sitter calls and said, everybody has fleas. I said, no, they do not. I literally left my house and nobody had fleas. I check everybody like I'm crazy, like I'm sure that they don't. Sure enough, she was helping me like watch all the bedding and everything, but they all had gotten freaking fleas from the yard or the neighbor dogs or whatever. And it was a freaking nightmare. So preventative.
And if you do get fleas, it's kind of like getting lice. Like you need to, first things first, treat it. So get the NexGard or the NexGard Plus.
And you can do
whatever
Capstar
you
that
want.
very first day. Capstar kills everything that's touching the body at that time. So like if the
And
flea bites or whatever, it'll kill it.
I don't think you can get I know you can't get Capstar OTC.
Yeah, you can. You can buy it online. You can buy it on Amazon.
It is.
Yeah.
Fast acting oral tablet.
But it's not meant for long-term use. It only works one round.
Yes. Okay. So it says Capstar over the counter, fast acting oral tablet, kills adult fleas within 30 minutes to 4 hours. So that's going to kill, you can get it at Tractor Supply, Chewy, or Petco, etc.
Yeah.
So that's going to kill what's alive right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then the NexGard or the NexGard Plus is going to kill
The next
wave.
And then in the meantime, you should be bathing your dogs.
Yes. And then
Dish
you got to
soap
bathe
is
them.
amazing. Like it kills the fleas. You could pick them off if it's really bad. We've
And
gotten some really bad
then-
ones.
Of course, wash all your bedding,
Mm-hmm.
towels.
Everything.
If it's, I can't imagine that somebody, unless you like were going into like a hoarding situation,
Mhm.
like I can't imagine it would get so bad in your home environment without you noticing that you would need to shampoo your carpets and whatnot.
Oh, I don't know.
But I think if you just like continue, it's again like lice. Like
well, if
you,
the animals are treated and the home is clean, you should be.
yeah. But if you break the cycle
Mm-hmm.
and then do another round for the eggs and
Right.
the larvae that are hatching after that, then you should be good.
Yeah, just got to pay attention then at that point. But yeah, that one summer or whatever when we were gone and that happened, it was a freaking nightmare. And but once we treated everybody and cleaned everything up and whatever, it was done and over with. But I remember her calling me and like, every dog has fleas. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
What? It was a nightmare. So,
Okay, we got time for one more.
okay.
Pick a letter.
M
Yeah.
as in Mary.
Mixed or pure breed, which is better? Must-haves for hiring a pet sitter, mobile vet clinics, what are they? Military working dogs, understanding canine PTSD,
None of those things are.
marking in dogs, liver shunts in, I'm going to different letters.
Oh, we had a dog that had a liver shunt once.
Liver shunts in dogs, what you need to know. Low protein dog food, is it right for your pet? Do they have anything on grain free?
Oh, yeah. That does interest me because it was such a crazy deal. Everybody was like, gotta do grain free, gotta do grain free.
Gabapentin for dogs, how it can help. Gas in dogs, dealing with flatulence.
Let's talk about farts and then we'll close this out. G.
Okay.
Gas in dogs. F for farts, please. I'd like to talk about that. I'd like to talk about toots.
Flatulence.
We have a bulldog right now. I promise you that Jelly Roll clears a room. Every bulldog.
There is a picture. Look, a picture
Is it
of
a bulldog?
Yeah.
Yes. Bulldogs
Look at
have this
squishy little
dankety
butt.
ass butt. I don't know what's going on in their digestive tract, but every bully, everything. French bulldogs, English bulldogs, even like the big ones, toots that'll kill someone.
Okay. Despite the cheeky title, flatulence can be a serious business indeed. Yet in vet school, I don't recall gas ever getting its due. This article is by Patty Cooley, vet MD. What do you call those? Vet VMD.
Veterinary of
Blah blah blah.
They went to school longer than
Okay.
us. That's what we know.
So why exactly is so much nasty gas coming out of the business end of nature's most efficient composter? Here is a short list of possibilities. Eating food too quickly causes excess air ingestion.
Can I guess the next one?
Yes.
We're talking about food, crappy food, like low quality, like garbage food. That causes toots for sure.
Chewing certain toys or rawhide style chewies may cause chronic inappropriate ingestion of air. So their first reason of possibilities is too much gas going in.
Yeah.
So they're talking about excess air getting in their system. The next is too much gas production inside the digestive tract. So dietary intolerances.
Mm-hmm.
So food allergies. Sometimes it's not just the skin that is affected. Bacterial overgrowth secondary to dietary indiscretion. So garbage eating. Like if they get into something that they shouldn't have.
Oh, actual trash. Yeah.
Chronic bowel diseases. Well, obviously. Pancreatic disorders.
Sure.
So determine the causes for excess gas. Stool checks, blood work, x-rays, ultrasound are standard methods. But sometimes endoscopy, think colonoscopy, abdominal exploratory surgery, and CT scans are required to get to the bottom of it.
This
Well,
seems
that's excessive,
like
but
really
okay.
excessive. Can't we just give him some probiotics and call it a day? Like, hey, buddy,
Hey.
here's some yogurt.
Side quest. We got an amazing donation of everything from the Ames Animal Shelter last week.
Oh, yeah.
And I went to pick it up. I had to do a little Tetris in the backseat of my car because my truck battery died while I was on vacation.
Darn it.
And anyway, within it was a box of meds, and like the good stuff.
Drugs.
There was some vet med in there, which Reese takes,
Yep.
some enalapril, there's some gabapentin, but there was also 4 nice little containers of probiotics
Oh, hell
Chews.
Yeah. Yes.
for dogs. And so that's a great thing to try.
My friend V, like me, is a pug lover, and she's got a pug Boston Terrier and a little pug that's like the exact clone of Dolores, only brindle colored. And they both have, the tummy troubles that all brachiocephalic dogs seem to have, but they also have skin problems and allergy problems. And she swears by that when she put them on that probiotic, all that stuff was
All gone.
solved. Completely solved. Like no yeasty issues in the skin, no tummy issues. Like the probiotic is like where it's at.
I mean, I will say my dogs have never had a problem with gas ever. None of them. And of course I feed homemade diet, which is full of things that make us gassy, like broccoli and
Right.
cauliflower and, that kind of stuff.
My dogs have never been big tutors either, but we only eat their same food that they always have. Like they're very consistent with that. We've fed the same food forever. And then for treats, I don't give any like junk treats. Like
No.
we only eat we eat dried fish. We eat like the stuff from Century Way Farms.
Found out last night that Reese likes blueberries.
Ooh, those are good for them.
I knew that, but none of my dogs,
They didn't care. They always spit out the blueberries when we have those little cups that we give the dogs at the microchip clinics. They never eat the blueberries.
And most of my dogs love apples, but Seffi,
No apple?
not a fan.
Really? I've never
An
tried
otter can
apples.
smell an orange a mile away.
That is so weird to
He
me.
loves oranges.
That's the weirdest one of all. No one thinks so.
So, vet-approved tips for resolving gas in dogs. Here's a list of worth a try if you don't want to go the aggressively invasive routes that they mentioned earlier. Change a diet, obviously. They can be, just like people, pets can be intolerant of proteins and or carbohydrates. Eliminating ingredients one by one every week or two is probably the best approach.
Just like a human.
But simply picking out a new, lower residue diet has worked for many pets whose owners are more time challenged. So, as always, if you are looking to switch your dog over to a different diet, I don't recommend, doing
a quick dump.
Yeah, like don't switch over from one day to the next.
Right.
Do like 25% of the new food, 75% of the old food for a couple days.
Yeah.
Then 50-50 for a couple days. Then 75-25
Even
for a
like
couple
over
days.
the course of like a week or two, like
a month, yeah,
take it slow.
2 weeks. Like
Yeah.
just use up the rest of what you got, switch over to the new. It'll be cool. If you do a direct switch over, which sometimes you have to do if they're having some serious issues, like
True.
it's worse to
leave them on if they're allergic or whatever. Yeah,
but
yeah.
just anticipate maybe some loose stools, maybe some diarrhea, potentially some blood in their stool, unless it's an excessive amount. That's totally normal. And don't give up on it because you see that stuff at the start of it. Give it some time to work through. Feed smaller meals more often. So some pets are just pigs gulping mouthfuls of air along with their food. You can use slow feeders for that, which if you're not familiar, it's like a maze within a bowl. It makes them kind of slow down and dig for the food rather than just snarf down a whole bowl all at once.
Also, that's like very good for the dog because they kind of get that like scavenging instinct out. They have these like really cool food mats that are
Snuffle mats.
No.
Oh.
Yes, snuffle mats are great for like treats
Tater
and stuff.
Tot loves her snuffle mat.
Those are awesome. My dog would like see it, get annoyed, and then probably pee on the food that I put in the snuffle mat. Like that's what happened. But no, they're like these rubber mats. You can throw them in the dishwasher, like a silicone mat, and it's got all these different textures. And so like there's a little cup. You put some yogurt in there, and you like smear the wet food on like the ribbed like thing where they lick, and then there's like the little pile. So you can kind of make it a whole sensory thing as well too. That slows them down also.
Definitely. Probiotics, prebiotics. We talked about that. Easy peasy. Charcoal. Apparently, some gastrointestinally focused internal medicine specialists
Sounds like a job I wouldn't get.
like to use charcoal tablets to speed the nasty bacteria through the GI tract. So I think that would probably be like if they got into something, like if they got into the trash or if they ate something dead, like
during your compost time. That seems like a time for charcoal tablets.
I know we've talked about this before, but please be careful with compost piles. It can cause toxicity in dogs. I almost lost 2 of my dogs after they got into the compost pile. What was that? Probably 4 years ago now.
A little while ago now, but it was crazy.
Yeah, I had a compost bin throughout the winter, which of course compost doesn't compost in the winter because it's too cold to break down. It just freezes.
Yeah.
But it was springtime, and I knew I was going to be tilling the garden up that weekend, and so I just took the compost bin and dumped it onto the garden, knowing that I was going to turn it all in with the tiller. Well, in the meantime, Stanley and Sharky both went out and
went to town.
Dug through it and did what dogs do and got into it, and they they both got very, very sick and seizures, and
Ugh,
they
it's
had to do
terrible.
fluids, and they had to, all the things. So anyway, PSA, don't let your dogs get into compost bins.
Yeah, for sure.
And then lastly, consult your veterinarian. Duh. Some breeds are uniquely sensitive to certain proteins or carbs. It's important to speak with your vet if your pet has excessive gas.
So I mentioned Jelly Roll again because this is our food sensitive dog who happens to be a bulldog. And we have to have him on this Ultimino food, which essentially is
Jelly roll?
yeah,
The $100 shit? Yeah.
hydrolyzed protein food, because it causes him skin issues, tummy issues, allergy issues, yeasty issues, like all the things. If he's eating any food that is not this I'm saying it wrong, but hydrolyzed protein. But yeah, it's expensive. Like a tiny little bag is like $100. So
Yeah.
But anyway, speaking of good things to feed your dogs, I lightly mentioned it when I said I only feed my dogs the best treats because I don't want toots in my house. Century Way Products, our friends who have been on the podcast with us before, sent us a message this week, and they said that on Wednesday the 18th, so that's coming up real quick here after this episode, everything that they sell on their website, we are going to get 10% donated to the rescue.
Oh,
and they're going
nice.
to post about that, and they will share, and we will share, and hopefully everybody gets their dog's treats on that day. And as we know, they have a great deal on shipping. It's flat rate, so you need to get as much as you can, and the shipping will be a deal.
My dogs love their little minis that they got.
Oh, they've got the best things. My dogs love the chicken feet. That's the deal.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
chicken feet, they go crazy. Everybody gets one, and the big dogs eat it in 30 seconds, and then the Yorkie guards it for 3 hours, but
Right.
they love them. It's so great. And never an upset tummy over it because it's
No.
all natural. It's
Yeah.
all what they should be eating. So it's amazing.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Love that.
All right. Well,
Anything
if you
else?
have like a weird dog topic that you've been wondering about for your dog, and you'd like us to pretend like we know what we're talking about, feel free to write us a postcard, and we can Google it and read it out loud, just like we just did.
I'm loving the topic roulette, though.
A little bit of light roulette for all of you. Thanks for following us down. We're just going to call this the rabbit hole episode because
Love it.
lots of spirals here. And, say thanks a lot, Tanner.
Yeah,
for-
Tanner.
We hope he has fun doing whatever he's doing with those farm kids.
That's right.
In
So-
Omaha, you said? No, Texas.
No, I'm going to Mexico.
Oh, that's right. Oh, he's going on
He's
vacation.
actually doing a good outing. Usually when he's
I got
gone,
it
he's
backwards. I thought you were.
I just got back from.
You
being
just
with
got
all the
back
farmers.
from-
That's
Okay.
right. I messed
All
that
right.
up. Okay, well, he's going to Mexico. He's going to stake out spots for the Chihuahua Cantina that
Oh,
Holly and I are going
nice.
to open
Duh.
someday.
Yes.
Can't
Has
wait
to be on a
hear all about it.
beach.
That's right. Beach, Chihuahuas, margaritas. What could go
Salsa.
wrong? Salsa, chips,
I love it.
fresh fish tacos. Boom.
Until then.
We'll figure it out.
Oh my dog.
What I mean when I see, what I see, what I feel, when I dream, when I be, I'm a freak, what up? Oh, what up? Everybody look at me when I'm free, when I feel, what I see, when I do it, I'm a freak, what up? Oh, what up? Say what we got, it's hot to spot, give up the drop, see what we got, do what, we got to go, the body flow, too hot to show, the front row, we won't stop.